Hello, I'm Audio. This is my channel. Today is the 4th of July, so it's the day that all the Americans, we get up early. I mentioned this because I'm going to be fighting Gamerica next. Aren't you excited that I'm going to be fighting Gamerica? On the 4th of July, everybody gets up and because it's a very sexist country, America. All of the women have made lots of hamburgers for all of the very muscly, strong men. And they're all, usually, you know, Americans get up at like 11 a.m. I just eat hamburgers all day. That's what the 4th of July is. We light off fireworks because it sounds like clapping. That's an internet meme, which is a strange reality. Americans love to clap, so that's why we fire off fireworks. Reminds us of clapping, but we don't have to do it, you know. We burn less calories listening to fireworks go off than we do generating our own clapter, so that's how that goes. Defense failure. Instability reigns. No one cares. Arabia's gotta defend again. And, well, you know, that's tough. This is hard. I don't know, you know. Like, why can't you just auto-resolve this stuff? If it's so freaking obvious, why did they make me play this shit out? I know I'm not gonna lose. I know it's very tedious, it's very annoying. My platypi fleet have to deal with this shit. One-shot this guy. What was I talking about? That people are throwing things in my house, I think. If you heard that, I don't know how my mic works in these situations. 1 second. Okay, so Raizo, just shoot this guy with cannons. I'm very close to getting the anti-laser ship. I should be getting that next turn, I believe. And to talk about that a little bit, it's really important. Once you get that, it changes how you perceive like gameplay in this game. It's probably better to talk about when I actually get it, but if you've played this game and you're new to it or whatever, you don't necessarily understand. I'll talk about these girls too after the fact. No, I'll leave it. I'll talk about the anti-laser ships in a second. Let me talk about these girls, and I'll let it run for a second. Anyway, they're both kids. They're both little kids. They're just doing whatever, and they're really hit or miss for a lot of people. I don't like them at all. I won't use them. I don't like their bonuses. You have to have them deployed together, or they both suck. And even deployed together, they suck anyway. Some of my least favorite units in the game, these two. They're both based on real people. I forgot who they're based on. I'll talk about it in a later part, unless someone wants to clarify in the comments. Then I might not talk about it at all. Don't care. Moving on. Anyway. These girls, I'm sympathetic toward them a little bit as characters, because they're both kids. I think they were orphans, and they don't have a very happy background. So, when Catherine does, well, they're pretty much just evil things to most of her subjects, I'm a little, more forgiving. Okay, because, well, she's a kid. She's not thinking like an adult would think in these situations, so she doesn't necessarily have a concept for how things go. It's like when, a 10-year-old gets a hold of a gun and kills one of his parents. Like, okay, that's bad. It's still probably the parents' fault, though. I mean, like, you hear this? You hear these sirens? This is the 4th of July in America. I hope you're ready for some fun. Anyway, so that's why I'm sympathetic to her character. It's not entirely her fault. I used to be a very, like, this is gonna sound stupid, but I used to believe when I was much younger, if a baby shoots itself, it's the baby's fault. Because it was really hard logic, right? The baby pulled the trigger. Even if the baby shouldn't have been in that situation, the baby still shot itself. It's the baby's fault, right? That's not true at all. Like, that's not how it works. I was really stupid in high school. Anyway, skipping this, whatever, going on with whatever. So I'm sympathetic toward those characters, and spoilers, you have the choice to like throw them in prison forever or forgive them. I would forgive them because they're kids. So that's how that goes. That was another whatever, you know what it is. It's the thing I said I'm not doing, the transmission from across the galaxy. I'm not doing that because I don't care about it. This Oh, the music changes now. This is important. This will come up again later on in the game. It means that you've conquered enough land. It means that you've been moving along at a decent rate. Stuff happens. And 10% cheaper shipbuilding, good. That's always good too. That also happens just because I've gotten large enough, I believe. I'm struggling with stability a little bit. That's fine. I'm not that worried about it, really. I need to save. You always have to save at the end of a turn in this game. Or you'll regret it when something goes horribly, horribly wrong. So, I guess I'll move over into Micronesia. Boom. Easy. Look at this. Mega fleet. End phase. And, yeah. So, I was talking about the anti-laser ships. I don't have much to say about this combat. It's pretty easy. You can do this much earlier in the game. I've done it before recently, actually. Had a problem. Anyway, I was talking about anti-laser ships earlier in the part, and when I'll talk about Koga too. Koga Hitomi, the girl who replaced Mugen, one of my least favorite units in the game. I don't like her design. I don't like anything about her, really. She's boring. Blah. I won't use her much. Anyway, what I was saying about the laser ships. When it changes how the game works, this is better to talk about once I have them made, but I already decided I'm not doing that. You will be able to protect yourself from the enemy lasers, right? All of the enemies in this game have lasers. Yes, player attack, go. That's your main problem. You need to go faster than them, and you need to hit harder than them. So your focus all game has been fast lasers, strong lasers. Enemy strategy is generally, you know, lasers, and they have some stronger stuff too, but you kill them before they use the missiles. You kill them before they use the Techo. That's your whole strategy. Once you get anti-lasers, you don't have to worry about those faggots. You can just go straight into whatever you want. You can use whatever strategy you'd like, because the strongest enemies are circumvented, you know? If you're into fighters and carriers, whatever, then you use that when you get there. It's independent of the anti-laser thing, though they do not, you know, they work okay together. The idea behind fighters, though, is to hit the enemy hard enough immediately so they can't retort. Like, you always go first with fighters, unless they have super ultra fast fighters, but I mean, they're all fast anyway. If you're striking with fighters, you have low HP, you have massive damage, and you go first. You need to just destroy the enemy instantly. That's the strategy. With the anti-laser ships, you can expand. You can use lasers. You can use fighters. You can more efficiently use dive units. You can fight space monsters. You can do all sorts of stuff. It's just more fun. I captured Kashi Bradbury, and she's a horrible unit that I don't like. I probably won't use. Can do this. Japanese, of course. I want to do Reitia's stuff, but this is closer to the end of a part. I don't want to do Reitia's... Like, I'm going to cherry pick what bits of Reitia's dialogue are included. So, you know, and this... I think this is about the Hawaii girl? I don't really... Anyway, there's a Hawaii girl. I don't know anything about how that works. I've just seen her. There's like a Neptune guy, and his daughter is the Sea Queen. It's very confusing shit. I don't really... More Japanese. I think you can get an Admiral out of it. You get an H scene with Togo. It's not a very good H scene. Monster Fugaku shows up. I think you have to deal with it in the conversation phase, or it's a game over. I don't recall. Anyway, this was a wordy part. Got another minute here. Let me do some research and development like I was planning. Oh, I already got the anti-laser ship then. At some point. Well, that's good. I need to get anti-air. Yes, need to get that next. Because if I'm going to be fighting Gamerica, which I am, I need some stuff to prevent fighter damage. Like, let me take a look at Hawaii, so I can show you guys what's up. I'm almost positive it has heavy fighter damage. Yeah, 480, 480, 480. Okay. Nothing big there. 288, so they're strong. They have a lot of fighter potential, and you know, that's not untrue about like real life. I guess I'll hit on that before we leave. America in the Pacific Fleet, they realized very early on that the key to successful naval warfare was actually air warfare, and carriers became like the central aspect to warfare for the Navy. Like, That was a big deal. America had more carriers, so they were way more powerful. That's my understanding anyway. I will wait for Togo to heal. Is he healed? They're all healed. I'm not going to move anybody until I play it again so I know what I'm doing. I don't want to look at it, you know, oh, I need to, shit. I need to move a guy over to Beijing. As you may have noticed, I still don't have fucking Honey Tora, which is a huge problem. How long has it been now? They're fine. That's fine. Alright, shipyard, let me build some of these. Can afford one. That's good enough. I have no idea who that's going up. Probably Togo, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, I'll worry about that in the next part too. Nelson's a good one for it. Raytia is going to be my ultimate anti-laser unit though. That's what she always is for me, it's what's best for her. And I guess I'll worry about it in the next part, so I'll see you in that.